What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the right side of the map in the red color, playing as Loki. His name is Matreiuss. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Ra. His name is Joe. This is a bit of a fireworks matchup for you guys. The map's Alfheim. It's a Loki versus Ra. It's Joe's Ra, one of the strongest Egyptian players ever, versus Matreiuss, who hasn't put a lot of time recently into Loki, but I've been noticing him trying to make Loki work against these Egyptian players of late. For example, picking Loki into, I believe it was Chemo's Ra or Chemo's Egyptian in one of the tournaments recently. So he's obviously feeling like Loki is not that bad of a pick. Now, we do have a bit of a strange one for you because it's Loki on Alfheim against Ra on Alfheim, and this is also going to be a relatively low hunt Alfheim. You get yourself a couple of deer, and that's going to be it seems. There may be, if we check the Fog of War, there may be some Auroch in the corner, which they are indeed some Auroch in the corner, but it's a low hunt map which favors the Egyptian player immensely. So Ra, at least on paper, so it depends on what Matreiuss has got up his sleeve. So the general consensus here is that standard Loki is auto lose against Ra. So you cannot play standard Loki against Ra. Good Ra players know how to beat it. It does not work. That is the consensus that I think a lot of Loki players and also Ra players too believe. So far in that a player even 200 rating lower, real rating lower than the Ra player, if they would Loki, say like a 1900 player, Loki player might lose to a 1700 Ra player if the Ra player knows what they're supposed to do, and the Loki player simply just plays standard Loki. And what I mean by standard Loki is I mean Harass, Hall of Thanes, go for a flaming weapons timing attack. That apparently doesn't work. So I'm interested to see what Matreiuss is going to come up with then. Because he's picked Loki. Now, he might have picked Loki with the assumption that maybe Joe was going to play Isis, or maybe Joe was going to play Set, have a little bit of a different game there than against Ra. The reason why Ra is so good against Loki is because you get all the food in your base, and there's nothing really for the Loki to harass with his Harass. You're going to lose a lot of Harass to shifting sands. Things are going to be really bad. Joe does have a slightly exposed gold mine here, but there is a tower on this. This is kind of Heimdall rushable, but Heimdall is going to be one of those things that just doesn't work here either, at least in the classical age. You could go for an offbeat Heimdall, so a fake Heimdall rush in a way into more of a Njord timing attack a la Odin. So we have seen Odin do some pretty brutal heroic age timings against two town center Ras, but or even one town center Ras in a way. But we are seeing Joe now moving out onto these Aurochs as well. I think this is really, really important against everyone with Ra. And a lot of people might disagree with me. It's a little bit slower. But the point is that you could just go for a fast farm here. But if you do go for a fast farm, your opponent can very well eat these Aurochs, and then the map suddenly turns from a low hunt map into a medium hunt map for our Loki player. And you should not be allowing that for the most part. Now, Matreiuss here looks like he hasn't actually found very much hunt on this map at all here. He's got himself going up to 430. He's throwing down walls. He's got his houses up. He's putting down a lot of houses already. 430 on the way. Not that many villages on wood. Not that many villages on gold. It doesn't really look like a two-town center play, but it could be some sort of delayed two-town center play. Being that it's such a low hunt map, I wouldn't be surprised to see something along those lines. Now, if we move up here, we can see the relics on the map. We do have a Black Lotus. This is a huge relic, and it does actually, in effect, allow any player to have a really, really fun time in the classical age. This is why this relic is so good. It also gives you a slight boost in the, as we are seeing that town center is what Matreiuss wants to get. So this makes a lot of sense. because he's got this relic, because he's got a Black Lotus, it's going to mean that he can start farming. He's going to effectively have irrigation in the classical age because you get plow, you get husbandry, you get this relic. He's going to allow him to farm in the classical age, get a really, really big economy going. So he doesn't have to worry too much about being stuck in the classical age, which happens a lot for Loki. So he's just going to have to focus on getting his economy sorted. Now, Joe here, he's gone up through top. He is defending as much as he can, not going for a fast second town center, throwing down his armory straight away. So this is actually very important here as to why you can venture away from standard Loki here, because your opponent needs to respect it at least a little bit. And they can go and disrespect it a little bit later just in case, but if they disrespect it, they would lose to it, right? So you have to kind of you can't basically go for a fast second town center here with Egyptian against Loki all the time. It's going to be a little bit sad for you. So Matreiuss is exploiting a little bit here, metagaming a little bit, and I love it. I love seeing this style here from Matreiuss, and we'll see what he's going to be able to do with it as the town center is going to come up, and what Joe's reaction to it is going to be, because he's going to be effectively behind here, because very rarely do we get to see Norse 2 town center versus Egyptian 1 town center. That doesn't happen very often. There's the town center up, and we'll see exactly what Joe's reaction to this is going to be. He does have free reign over the map here. He can jump onto this gold mine here and just live the dream. And in fact, I reckon he's going to go onto one of these 2 gold mines. In fact, this one here. And we see plow coming through for Matreiuss. He's got himself his husbandry. He's got himself that relic, living the dream. We've got a couple more relics over here. We've got the Gruknir Odin Spear. This one's actually a pretty big deal for the Ulfsark. If you do end up going Bragi Fimbulwinter, but Bragi tier, and you get those super upgraded Ulfsark, an extra 5%. Same too with Spearman if we end up going Harass, though Harass is probably not the choice here for Joe. We've got Arrows of Alpha here, the extra 20% building pierce damage. I think that's all of them. This is actually a really, really big relic for both players as well in this game. It's going to seemingly be a very, very boomy game here. So Joe's now got a couple of questions he needs to answer. So, okay, I'm behind on economy now, effectively. 27 villages to 26, and those are gatherers plus dwarves versus Egyptian villages. So does he just go three town centers here and just call it a day and just try and play super defensive off of 3 town centers? Or does he go for a 1 town center timing attack of some variety here? Or maybe like a fast mythic off of this as well could be a decent idea. Start up a really, really early trade route. Lots of different ways forward here. We've got the full walls set up by Matreiuss already. I don't hate this. I think this is good. But against Ra, if a Ra player sees this, the best thing you can do as a Ra player is you can just float your rock over here and you send cavalry or chariot archers into this location. You pick the rock up, you drop in here, and then you just start running through your opponent's base. And then those walls become useless. It's something I don't see enough of from Egyptian players. We do see Arrows of the Alpha coming through, especially Ra players who get those rocks against full walls. You don't need to knock the walls down, just bring the rock over. You don't have to use the rock to bring the units through your opponent's space. You're not looking for a drop anywhere or a surprise attack. As we are now starting to see those farms coming down, and Matreiuss is getting these farms up with plow, with, I forgot the relic's name, with a Black Lotus. Before the rain. So he's going to get a huge boost in food economy, and I think that Matreiuss is actually relying on this, and Joe's not going to allow him, but Matreiuss is slightly relying on this for him to get to the heroic age in a timely pace, but it's just not coming through. We are seeing a couple of throwing axes coming out. I'd like to see watchtowers come down now that we've got the rocks coming out. That's going to be something he needs to deal with. There's no gold mine in a very nice place for Matreiuss. He's getting himself Axe of Muspel, and he's going to be attempting to defend this as best as he possibly can. And now we see the chariot archer, the cavalry coming in onto this position. The armory is down for Matreiuss, and he's just twiddling his thumbs, waiting for something to happen here. As we do see the rock coming in. Double Patsukas already. Going to be sniping one villager underneath the town center. They're going for another one, and we do indeed see the Locust onto the farms here. It's actually really, really smart by Joe. If he picks off all these farms with the Locust, which he's going to pick off the vast majority of them, that's a lot of wood loss for Matreiuss, but Matreiuss has managed to get himself up through Bragi anyways, and we'll see if he's going to be able to just venture straight in, play defensive, get himself a fort, and he didn't get himself watchtower, so he's able to get, so Joe's getting a lot of value here, but Had Matreiuss got himself watchtowers, he'd be in a much better position, but not just yet. So he's been pushed off his gold mine. At this point, going to have to play very, very defensively. Watchtowers now coming in. Bragi is 55% of the way through. We're going to see those Harass moving in, going to try and get some damage done, but not going to really be able to here as the Rock going to move over on this position, abusing the current base defenses that Matreiuss has dropped here, as we see a cheeky delete there from the wall to allow the Harass through. There's the watchtowers up, and now the Rock has to get out of there. Throwing Axeman going to be sitting waiting. Even after that damage right now, Matreiuss still in front on the economy. So we'll see what he can do. I was saying that Matreiuss doesn't really have a safe second gold mine here, so there's a very real possibility that this game might end incredibly shortly if Matreiuss can't get himself a second gold mine. There's a gold mine here that he can get. There's a gold mine over here that he can get, but that is about it. And we'll see what he's going to try. There is a real possibility that he could sneak the top gold mine, as Joe has not scouted it out just yet. But I imagine Joe's going to be checking that one fairly soon. Yes, we are going to see the troll getting sniped there. Joe will get to stay alive with 11 HP. We'll see potentially see that healing spring get dropped. Longhouse coming down now for Matreiuss. As more villagers popping out. And the thing is, losing all these farms was bad. But he does really need to go on to... I mean, he only really needs to have about 8 to 10 villagers on food here, because he doesn't really need to make her. So he needs to be making Huskal and Bogsviger. He doesn't have Bogsviger, but he wants Bogsviger. A hill fort plus a bunch of Huskal right now, and maybe some throwing axemen behind to boot against this army, just in case there's some some axemen that start coming into the mix. Would be a really, really nice way to make this work. But Hall of Thanes coming through at the 11-minute mark is very, very different. Very, very different Loki than we're used to seeing here. Very, very interesting. We've got that second town center down now for Joe. Joe's at 45 villages. Matreiuss at 54 villages. Still advantage Matreiuss. However, problem is 100. Rock gonna get sniped here as the throwing axemen do spot this one. The throwing axemen a little bit drunk, but they are gonna manage to take that one down. That is absolutely huge for Matreiuss, as he has managed to take out a lot of the powerhouse offense there that Joe has access to. That's 2 Pitsukos plus a Wadjet plus the Rock, as the army now going to come in here and look for a fight. There's going to have to be some sort of flaming weapons here, I would assume, from Matreiuss. He needs to hold this location, and that's going to force Joe back. But I think that Matreiuss is okay with this. He needs the gold mine. Oxcart sitting back here is going to move forward. He needs the gold mine. He needs to throw down a hill fort on this location as soon as he possibly can, as a couple of units going to be pulling back. He's going to be moving forward here as they're going to try and get a little bit of damage done and attempting to get a couple of myth units spawns here. He does have that Hall of Thanes, so they're going to be moving quite fast. Still no hill fort getting dropped just now. There it goes. A couple of stray cavalry over here could tell him to make a lot of problems for him there, as the Harass are able to get onto the back of this fight. The battle ball going to do a lot of damage here because there's no heroes in on this position. Joe's still deciding to turn around and fight this. I thought retreating was the better idea. Irrigation now coming in for Joe. Matreiuss with a lot of wood in the bank, so he might be thinking about getting some more farms up. He's actually got a ton of farms out right now. Absolutely huge. Lots of idle villages though, but the farms are pretty, so that makes me happy, as opposed to Joe's farms, which are very, very 2021, if you ask me. No, they're actually all right. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Just jokes. Just jokes. So we are going to be seeing Joe now swinging in onto this position here. Hill fort not yet up. Army out of position here. And I'm surprised to see Matreiuss not reacting to this one fast enough here, as those villagers have to retreat back. There is that ox cart there that could get taken down. The hill fort still going to be coming up with one Harass currently building it. It's at 1,569 HP, as a couple of more of those units coming in onto this position. The battle ball in on the back to help out. Said ox cart here, very, very low HP, 11 HP, 5 HP, and it is down. That's going to be annoying there for Matreiuss. He's going to have to move that ox cart in, but with rain coming through now, lots of farms for Matreiuss and Joe, it would seem. Osiris coming through, lots of resources. Beautiful little ghost building here by Matreiuss. Going to get a couple more picks off Maybe would have liked to see an actual wooden wall here instead of the longhouse, but beggars can't be choosers. You have to react quickly and get that sorted. But he manages to get a couple more HP of damage there as the Harass are in the main base of Joe, getting a couple of villager picks here. Does Joe have himself upgrades? No, he does not have the skin of the Rhino here. On Voobly, you can only get skin of the Rhino in your town center. Sometimes it's better to just say, I'm not going to get it and get the extra villagers out, because it does basically set you back 2 or 3 villagers worth of training time. As we are also seeing the 3rd town center getting up now for Matreiuss, as a very strange game that we are witnessing here, but a game nonetheless, as this is one of the few times we see a Loki player kind of economized. He's got a strong economy right now, and he's got a foothold on the map. He just needs to get his 3rd town center, and then we kind of move in onto what would seem like a fairly balanced middle game, maybe. I mean, the only problem really that Matreiuss is going to have to overcome, although not the only problem, the big problem that Matreiuss is going to have to overcome here, as we do see the walls are up, is going to be Son of Osiris. Son of Osiris, very, very difficult for Norse in general to deal with on Voobly. On EE, you can just make Bogsviger and it's fine, but on Voobly, Loki kind of needs to get to the Mythic Age and kind of needs to get ballast up. We are seeing a nice snipe there onto that Pharaoh, taking him down HP, and that's going to make Joe not want to cast himself Son of Osiris. So we are seeing a Migdol Stronghold going up in the middle of the map here. As the mummy comes in, takes down the battle ball, and we'll see exactly where Joe's going to need to go here. There's a couple of those cavalry are causing absolute chaos now onto this gold mine as Matreiuss has not finished up his wall and he's not really reacting. There he goes, going to turn around and start shanking away, get that dealt with there. As now we've got some of those axemen coming through. Cavalry chariot archers for Joe as well, and we do see a huge shifting sands here by Joe. Going to try and get onto these villagers, as the villagers going to jump inside of that hill fort and get away from this. I don't know if I like that shifting sands that much here. If Joe really wanted to get a whole bunch of damage done with shifting sands, he would have built a rock or a Pegasus style unit, a flying unit, floated it into this location, and then shifting sands over here with some siege towers to take that down. But picking off this gold mine, going to do a little bit of damage to Matreiuss. He's still got a lot of resources in the bank. We do have ourselves hell coming through, 83%. So a Nidhogg on this position is going to be enough to kind of push back. These units are all kind of stuck in here as well. The villagers all making their way onto this gold mine over here, which I'm not sure that Joe's 100% aware of, as he's still trying to move in. The watchtower here going to be doing a little bit of damage onto those medium axemen that are trying to get away from here. We've got flood control coming through for Joe as well. Fire giant spawning here on the front, going to be able to pick off a couple of those chariot archers, or a little bit of damage there, and the Nidhogg does come in onto this position, and we'll start dealing that huge amount of splash damage that the Nidhogg does indeed do here. And getting a mountain giant spawn, not really the best one here, but going to give him a little bit of assistance nonetheless, as all of those units do get cleaned up. And now maybe Matreiuss needs to think about where to next, as the Harass here need to control this town center, need to make sure this gold mine is safe. But I think that Joe is, well, no, Joe does have an inkling that there's a gold mine there, but he could think that the gold mine is down the bottom. The villagers could be mining over here. He doesn't have a good line of sight on much here just yet. As the Nidhogg going to be moving in onto this position. There still is no Son of Osiris out, as the relic seemingly was dropped there, meaning the Pharaoh was picked off a little bit before. Look at this splash. The Nidhogg is either incredibly strong or incredibly weak. It depends on how well your opponent is really set up for it. Normally here the Son of Osiris would completely clean the Nidhogg. But this Nidhogg from Matreiuss is doing absolute work here, as the Mountain Giant going to come through and get a bunch of damage done over here. We'll see if this town center can get grabbed anytime soon. Siege Works attempting to come up in the middle of the map here. There's the Son of Osiris through for Joe, and now Matreiuss is probably going to have to retreat. We've got a couple of fire giants in on this position. That damage now going to start coming onto the Nidhogg. Not only do you get the 60 damage plus 400% bonus damage against myth units against the Nidhogg, but also it's hack damage, and the Nidhogg only has 50% hack armor, so it does even more damage than you would expect it to do. As the Nidhogg does turn around, you can turn the fire giants around and kind of use that to get a little bit of free chip damage there onto the Son of Osiris. We've got the mummy now coming in to try and snipe these fire giant. You have to be very, very careful with your army, as this town center is attempting to come up here. Raids now potentially could come onto this gold mine miners. Villagers have moved over here for Joe. Matreiuss is going to have to think about leaving this location fairly soon. We've got walls coming up over here for Joe. Going to be controlling the bottom gold mines there, as Matreiuss has not really thought about a trade route just yet. We've got Joe already at 10 camel caravans, 80 villagers here, as he's going to be really starting to come into it. His economy is going to be very, very big right now. But granite blood coming through for Matreiuss. So the only thing he's got to be worrying about with those fire giant is going to be the mummies. If he can take down the mummies, he can win a fight. If the mummies are there, he cannot win a fight. That's essentially how it's going to be. Granite blood giving an extra 200 HP onto the fire giants, and a crazy amount of HP onto the mountain giants. I think it goes up to like 1500 or something crazy like that. I can't exactly remember. We'll see. As we are going to be putting a hill fort here, as it's seemingly looking like Matreiuss wants to control this location over here. We've got a longhouse up on this location over here. Ulfsarks do not have any of those unique upgrades. He did go through hell, and so we are going to be seeing an attempt here from Joe to push straight through the middle of the map, going after this town center, after this temple, take the houses down, cause some issues for Matreiuss. Matreiuss trying to secure this location over here, and now we'll see what he's going to do. Can he make a push in onto this Migdol stronghold or not? Just distract these units a little bit. We are going to be seeing the fire giant getting taken down there by the mummies, but the Harass are going to come in and get a couple of shots. Oh, speed walking those mummies away. That's so nice. I don't know if he did that perfectly or not, but it seemingly looked like the mummies got away very, very easily. Meanwhile, we are going to be seeing this Migdol stronghold getting taken down very, very quickly. We've got the sun-dried mud brick coming through for Joe to make those buildings a little bit stronger. The Nidhogg now going to come in on top of these units and try and get some damage done. Nice marker from Matreiuss to stay away from the Son of Osiris there with his Nidhogg, but he is indeed going to be losing out on that temple. As now we can see a move forward in this location. You gotta build some, you just have to build some baluster here to start getting that chip damage away at the Son of Osiris. This composition which Joe's got, Axeman, Chariot Archer, Mummies, Son of Osiris, the only real good counter to this army for Norse is either mass raiding cavalry or baluster. And mass raiding cavalry is just a sad state of affairs against the mummies and then everything else. So your baluster is generally the option here. Or a little bit of a misclick there from Matreiuss, it would seem, and there's the baluster now going to be coming out, going to start getting a little bit of damage there onto these units. One mummy getting taken out, another one getting targeted down. This is really, really nice play from Matreiuss, but I am foreseeing a big issue for him in the near future of random troll spawn there, kind of trolling a lot there, trolling Matreiuss a lot there. But this army here is getting melted by the Nidhogg as the armor is trying to get shared. They were seeing a little bit of unfortunate splash damage, chain lightning damage there from the Son of Osiris as he's able to pick up a couple of those baluster in the back. But it does seemingly look like Matreiuss has managed to push Joe back. And this problem that I'm talking about for Matreiuss is, simply put, gold mines. This gold mine is not secured. This gold mine about to expire. This gold mine about to expire. The trade route only just started. So we'll see, can Matreiuss secure this gold mine? If he can, he's going to be completely fine here to continue in this game because his trade route is going to get sorted. And he's got a good amount of economy going. We're seeing yet again, baluster targets down the Son of Osiris, and he's going to get pulled back. Beautiful play here from Matreiuss, completely pushing Son of Osiris out of the game, allowing the Nidhogg to get max value here, it would seem, as now we can even see the baluster able to start forcing some fights here, taking down this location. We haven't seen Matreiuss re-secure this location or get his relics back, so his food economy is definitely hurting here. More so than it should be, but that's fine. It is what it is. Fenris Wolfgrid, an unfortunate spawn there for Matreiuss. We're seeing those fire giants now getting targeted down again. You got to get the baluster in there. You got to get them in to take down the Son of Osiris and force him back. Otherwise, he's going to be able to clean up everything. Nidhogg, a little bit under attack here, a little bit out of position. Son of Osiris able to pick off the stray Gaia bird there. It's always funny to see that. As a hill fort now coming up on the front here as well. As Matreiuss, Matreiuss has got a gold mine in the corner. This is huge for Matreiuss. This means this game can go on. He's got plenty enough time here. He doesn't even have to worry about this gold mine. He can take his time. He can set up his economy, get his armory upgrades, get everything happening. And he just needs to make sure he can secure this trade route nicely and make sure his home base is defended. Maybe make an Ulfsark in his base here to clean this up, or to fix this one up and get himself stone walls and everything else, and he should be okay here. Joe, on the other hand, he's already started the trade route. It's a decent trade route. I mean, let's just ignore the fact that that both players are role-playing as Matreiuss, even though Matreiuss is in the game. He's role-playing as himself. But both players have got a decent trade route. Both players have split the map down the middle, and it's essentially just going to be Fire Giant Baluster. He needs towers and he needs walls versus Ra, who, if the towers and walls come up, very, very difficult to actually stop this composition that Matreiuss is starting to make here, or has made here, as he's going to keep trying to push through. You've got to get that Baluster onto the Son of Osiris, and he does manage to do that. Nice Fire Giant spawn there, finally a good one for Matreiuss, as the Son of Osiris yet again getting pulled back. Those Balusters, you have to be careful with them, continually micro them, because the Mercenary Cavalry will come in and take them down. They do cost an arm and a leg there, 150, 300 resources in the wood and gold category. Oh, nice little garrison there from Joe into the siege tower. That's actually a really, really strong counter. Well, not necessarily a counter, but nice way to get value out of the Son of Osiris against ranged units. You can jump in whenever the units are targeting it, and then pop them back out, and then you have to continually micro as best as you can. Let's check out the armory upgrades for both players. We've got nearly full bronze there for Joe versus Matreiuss, who's got some very, very good upgrades as well. Full bronze himself, just needs to get the armor up, the shield upgrade to catch up. You do have to get shield upgrades now, because Matreiuss' Baluster deal pierce damage. One of the few units for the North that does pierce damage. Also going to be seeing Son of Osiris. They're getting targeted down here. 80 HP remaining. Does get pulled back. One Baluster here going to get another shot down onto the Son of Osiris. 53 HP remaining. And then Matreiuss can breathe a slight sigh of relief. And we're also seeing some very nice play here from Matreiuss. He doesn't finish the walls though first. He could have got in here and really caused some serious mischief, like a stray temple in the back here, making Fire Giant onto this position. Could be absolutely devastating for Joe, but the Axemen have come in to prevent this. The Harass are going to try and sneak into a corner here, as we are seeing one Axeman going to come through, and that should be able to clean up the Harass here. Axemen are incredibly good at doing that. Also seeing some priests coming in here as well for Joe. Joe probably doesn't have that good of a monument situation. Yeah, he's only got 3 monuments. He knows he needs to get up to 5 monuments in this position to deal with those Fire Giant. He actually needs to get mummies, but the problem with mummies is they have to move in close enough to pick the Fire Giants up. You see one mummy come in, you target them down with the Baluster, you live the dream. And did we actually see the Son of Osiris get sniped there? It looks like we did, as a Pharaoh now coming back in here. And the priests basically just do chip damage against the Fire Giant. It does next to nothing. And we are going to be seeing... not Son of Osiris. Ursa coming back in here. Still no buildings getting thrown down. A little bit disappointed to see no side build there, as a nice mountain giant spawn here to help Matreiuss as he's going to continue to try and push through. One thing that Matreiuss can start thinking about doing as his Ox caravans start skyrocketing, his gold is going to come up. He can start thinking about going into Ulfsark, so he might want to consider getting himself those infantry upgrades. Yes, you do have to deal with the Axemen, but just don't attack the Axemen. Go elsewhere, make some side builds happen. Leave this here, or even move the Ulfsark in and spam towers in on this position isn't a bad idea either. Son of Osiris is here. We did not manage to kill it. He is getting still more value here in the back of the army, as Matreiuss is not yet able to really make a push happen here. He's got some pretty crazy range, it would seem, as the Baluster are all out. You have to be super careful with this army. It's very fragile. If you let your opponent get into it, it's going to be all over Red Rover, as Son of Osiris hit 19 HP. Does manage to get into that town center alive, and he's very close to falling, but nice little amount of value there, remaining value there from Joe, as Matreiuss is still holding strong. Now we've got the mummy coming in, as the Fire Giant have to retreat away. Immediately, one Harass gets onto that one there, and that's going to be a lot of population chasing that one around to try and keep him alive. With the speedy Harass, he's able to catch this guy down pretty fast here. Maybe even be able to pick him off. One more attack, not quite, and we are seeing some Ballaster attempting to snipe said Mummy down, as now we've got some watchtowers coming up on the front here as the Mummy uses its special ability here, and now we've got the Jarls coming in for Matreiuss, and they're going to be a really, really difficult unit to deal with the Axemen, Chariot Archers, which Joe has managed to make here. He doesn't have any Spearmen or anything else. Coinage finally coming through for Matreiuss to get himself a little bit more gold here. But the population situation for both players is going to start getting very low here. So there is a little bit of a lull in a way, as we've got like 110 villagers here for Joe, and same too as Matreiuss is approaching that number. Only 50 population really to use means the economy goes up, and you have to figure out how to shave your economy down a little bit. And as this gold mine's about to expire, we do have this one here for Matreiuss, but he doesn't really need it. He can just skyrocket up to 30 caravans himself and be okay with that. Is he still making them? No, he's not. So he's not really prepared for that, the next sort of part of the game, which is, we'll see if he's going to do that once the gold mine expires or not. But Fire Giants, very, very scary here for Matreiuss, especially with the Frost Giant to help out as well. That damage there. Fire Giants use that splash damage. It's absolutely huge. Pharaoh in the back gets sniped down by the Ballaster as well. Nice play as Joe trying to push through. Having a little bit of an issue over here with his gold situation as he's bringing his Son of Osiris over here. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Son of Osiris doesn't give you more resources than a Pharaoh, so saving him at 18, 19 HP versus not saving him doesn't matter that much. It's just that he's going to be able to sit over here and maybe be able to defend something that a Pharaoh might not be able to. For example, maybe a Ballaster or something, or a portable ram trying to push through on this location here. And this is actually a really peculiar thing, because normally I would say the Norse player, he needs to be a little bit more active. He needs to be a little bit more active on the map, utilizing stray infantry units, running all around the map continuously to try and get some side builds down, just try and get some random buildings down to distract his opponent. Because if you just allow the Ra to spam mercenary at you, you're never going to really make that much of a push. But this is a weird position, because it feels as if Matreiuss actually is winning this, even though it's kind of a tug of war in a way, both players kind of pushing and not making much ground. It feels like Matreiuss is winning in a way. The problem is that Matreiuss doesn't have any infantry to really make use of this ground that he is getting. So if you were a Greek in this position with this army, you would just bring these villages forward and build buildings here, and just continuously build buildings here. But because of the composition which Joe's made, Axemen, Chariot Archers, he doesn't want to make infantry here. But oh god, you don't want to go after the town center. Your Ballaster are in the wrong position, man. The Fire Giant is going to be able to protect them for a while, so maybe he will be able to take this town center down, as it's seemingly looking like that is what is happening here. But if any units get onto these Ballaster and start taking them down, then we have to reset, because I don't think that Matreiuss has really got that much production here of hill forts for Ballaster, as now we've seen those units come through. The Fire Giant's doing a nice job to take down those mercenary cavalry. Town center gets down to 1700 HP. Villagers starting to repair this one back up. We do have a couple of Ulfsark that are coming in here. Medium infantry now coming through as the resources are starting to skyrocket. I would like to see Matreiuss consider. I think they were converted there from Matreiuss from villagers, as his villager count does drop. But I would like to see maybe 25 to 30 ox caravans, and maybe if he gets to full upgrades, does he have full upgrades? Close to. He needs iron upgrades, and then he can do this. But 30-ish ox caravan and drop down to like 40 villages. So you have like something like 25 food, 15 wood, 30 ox caravan, and then you can just continuously build villages onto farms, and then as your food skyrockets, you make Ulfsark, and you have mini Ragnaroks that come. You push yourself over that, continuously push yourself over that villager threshold, or the population threshold, to stand towers up or something like that. And we do see the Mummy gets taken down there before anything happens. Oh, this is a big all-in now from Matreiuss. He might be able to actually make this work. The Fire Giant's going to do a ton of damage here. Joe running out of gold for a split second there, as the town center is struggling to stay up. There's a lot of villagers on this 17, but no Pharaoh empowering this one. 200 HP remaining. The Mountain Giant now wandering in as well to finish this one off, but he doesn't even need it, as we do see that Matreiuss has finally made this push work. He's managed to get in here. The problem's going to be, can he keep the town center down or not? He needs to clean up these units. He needs a big push here, and he's running out of population. He's dropped down to 140 himself. The villagers getting sniped down, though, as the fire giant's coming in, and Joe has to pull back. An absolutely masterful display here from Matreiuss as he manages to push through against the defensive might that is Ra, picking off these villagers as well. And this is beautiful here from Matreiuss. The question is now, how does he secure this location? You do not take the town center first. Remember this. You need to spam buildings in onto this position. He's getting so many fire giants here that this is going to be so difficult now for Joe to make it work. We are going to be seeing one mummy coming in, and immediately Matreiuss spots this. He's going to lose a fire giant. Doesn't matter. Take down one mummy. All good. Every single time you can trade one for one, that's fine here. As we're seeing some towers getting spammed up by Joe over here, more buildings getting taken down, and Matreiuss is in an outstanding position right now. I'm not exactly sure how Joe's going to be able to continue in this game. Maybe he has to go for a Titan here. There's a world where he can manage to get up a Titan, spam those towers up. His economy is obviously gigantic. He has not really shaved his economy at all. Draft horses, heavy infantry coming in. There is a way in which Norse can build their own Titan. It is a reference to what we were talking about before by manually making Ulfsark. Whoop. This is how it all ends, it seems. Joe going for the siege tower side push here. Going to come through, bash down these longhouses. We'll see if Matreiuss is going to be able to notice this one or not. He has started to make some units. The villagers going to get pulled off here, make some Ulfsark. There will be heavy infantry here, so they should be able to deal with all of these siege towers. Though I'm surprised to see him do that, in all honesty, because the villagers are actually a little bit better at picking off these siege towers. As some buildings are coming in onto this position here. We've got a hill fort coming up. I don't mind the hill fort here. I think the towers at this point is probably a little bit better, but if you can get the hill fort up, it's going to feel a little bit more safe. Stray Pharaoh here as well. That's going to get sniped very fast by the Ballaster, as he just needs to hit the Pharaoh a little bit, as they are going to be targeting this one down. Nice marker there from Joe to jump into the tower, but he's still under 6 HP. And now the fire giant can continue moving in here. Those siege towers have all but being taken down. All but one have been taken down. Now you can rebuild those houses, start the villager production again. Like we say, you continue to do this. Matreiuss's resources are starting to skyrocket here. You can see him getting iron weapons as well. Absolutely huge if you can start getting those. And we've got the walls coming up for Joe, being very, very annoying with that side build. While Joe's doing this, you can react to this as much as you like, but you can get in here. You know that this is a weakness. He's seen this before. Matreiuss needs to think about maybe sending a couple of units over there to just wall that off and just make life difficult there for Joe, as Joe's making life difficult for Matreiuss. As a couple of units coming through, we've got the champion raiders here. Wouldn't be a bad idea to throw up a temple, get up some myth units in here, because there's no mummies close by. So you can just make one mountain giant, one fire giant, and hold this position fairly easily. But it's seemingly looking like we're going to get some catapult in here with the guard towers to boot. Another mummy coming in onto this position. Matreiuss, he is so fast. He is so concentrating on this position here. One mummy gets one kill, and then the Harass take it out. Rinse and repeat this entire game. We haven't seen a mummy get much value at all in this game, because Matreiuss' control is absolutely out of this world good here. Villagers moving in over here onto this position, trying to get some towers up. If the fire giant can get some special abilities onto this position, those villagers will all get melted. Unfortunately, we're not really seeing the micro. A little bit of micro there, just a little bit. There's the villagers. Okay, we'll leave. Sorry, sir. Sorry, Matreiuss. You can have this position. Let's leave. Mummy does manage to get in. Going to pick up another fire giant over here, as the raiding cavalry is still trying to push through. We do have guard towers, and we do have crenellations. Still no catapult coming in. Oh, there's the catapult now. 2 catapults are actually coming through. We do have a fire giant here to help defend. One fire giant, maybe not going to be enough, but he's got more coming out, so should be okay. And effectively here, Matreiuss, I feel like he just needs just that boost of economy to help him stabilize, that we were talking about with those box caravans, getting up to 22 now, so it's getting closer, but he just does not have the resources to get everything out that he needs to here. But while this is happening, the mercenary cav were able to push back, and we'll see if Matreiuss can convert this position that he's managed to get. Stone Gate going to get taken down. Catapult's going to be wandering backwards here. Still no wall up over here, as I'm saddened to see this as one of those things which is very, very important, but not happening just yet. The mercenary cavalry going to be very, very annoying here for Matreiuss, as he does not have the fire giants he once had to deal with these mercenaries. He's kind of got a couple of them. I mean, he's got a couple down the back here as well, because he's got to clean this up. Oh, Lone Son of Osiris, will he be able to help out? 19 HP. Don't run, just it's got 19 HP. Just attack him. That's all you got to do. Ballister Towers now coming through for Joe, as it is now seemingly looking like enough fire giants have returned back onto this position. So Matreiuss is doing a good job here. He's doing a good job. We're going to be seeing the guard tower here getting taken down as well. Random temple goes down there. That's actually beautiful, because that's going to be a real big slowdown for those mummies that were coming out. I think there's actually a real world where Matreiuss doesn't even have to think about getting this town center, because there's somewhat of an attention coming over here. I think that there's a world where Matreiuss can just make a go at this town center here, because I don't think that Joe's got any real defenses there. He's putting all his defenses over here. So if Matreiuss goes for the main town center, which it does look like he's going for, he doesn't need to hold this, because he's got the hill fort there. He just needs to make sure he doesn't lose said hill fort. He should be okay. Son of Osiris is still alive over here, as the fire giant going to be leaving this position, coming over here to take down these villages. The villages are on this gold mine over here still, so Matreiuss still mining gold in this game, as the fire giants now coming in onto this town center. They've got 4 fire giants here. It's a lot of damage that's going to be coming through here. The mercenary cavalry takes so long to pick off a lone fire giant here that, I mean, maybe he'll kill this. It's got a lot of armor, architects plus sun-dried mud brick plus fortified town centers. I think, no, he doesn't even have architects. He's got masons. But with those villagers able to repair this one back up, it's going to be a bit of a throw here, it might seem, from Matreiuss, losing all those fire giant, trying to take that town center down. But he has managed to clean this up. We do see the villagers returning back over here to throw this wall up. So Matreiuss is going to have to defend this position yet again, as the town center not able to go down here. We do see the hill fort has been taken out as well. So Matreiuss potentially losing his position here, as we will be seeing him attempting to get this town center up as champion. Axeman, Iron Shield's coming through for Joe. Now those Ballasts are going to start becoming a little bit less of a threat. You know how I feel about trying to get a town center up without buildings on it, but he's going for it. We'll see if he's going to be able to. It's a lot of population being spent here. Meanwhile, villagers for Joe able to come over onto this gold mine. Migdol Stronghold getting taken down. We've got a lone catapult here pushing forward. Gate coming up. So Joe's going to start pushing, slow pushing in onto this position here. The catapult is on the town center, and we do not have any support here from Matreiuss to defend this one. One lone fire giant would be enough, but he's not doing it just yet, as the town center is going to be getting taken down pretty quickly here. This town center going up very fast though, so there is a world here where Matreiuss gets this town center, holds this location in time, and is completely fine here. But he's got the fire giant coming through. He does not have rampage, so it's not an instant fire giant. A little bit sad to see no rampage here, but the town center is up. Matreiuss 4 town centers, lots of towers here that need to get taken down, but Matreiuss is going to be happy about this position. Even if his town center is getting taken down, the fire giant's going to be able to spawn very, very shortly to take down this catapult. He needs to maybe convert some villagers into Ulsark here to repair this town center back up. He doesn't have himself architects either. The catapult going to get pulled back as the fire giant wandering forward. Do we still have that Son of Osiris? No, we do not. As now we can see yet again another attempt at taking down the hometown center. Matreiuss running out of gold. He needs more Ox Caravan. Just make more Ox Caravan, please, Matreiuss. Please, the power of Loki is on display here, ladies and gentlemen, as Joe's rolling his catapult forward, trying to get in onto this position, trying to fight back 2 town centers versus 4 town centers. He's got a fantastic position here on this town center. Town center getting repaired back up. We're going to see the watchtower getting taken down there as the catapult trying to find some more value value. Joe, he's trying to defend. Matreiuss just does not have the population to support, or economy to support 180 population just yet. And this town center here is awfully easily targeted. He's got a potential forest over here that he can wall off. He's got the buildings here already. One catapult rolling over there could be enough to cause enough issues there, as the catapult does return back in onto the town center, but it's going to get taken down very, very quickly. Who said Norse doesn't have an answer to this? Who said it's just Zeus that can deal with the wall the wall catapult push? Nope. Norse has got this with the Fire Giants. Norse has got this with the Fire Giants. We've got Matreiuss still attempting to push through in onto this town center as it's holding on. But I feel like he needs to secure this. Look at all these towers. They don't do anything to stop. Oh, God. I take that back. These are some brave raiding cavalry. That is for sure. They get, oh, God, they just get absolutely massacred. Absolutely massacred. You just said a Fire Giant. The Fire Giant will tank for days, but not yet doing that, as we are going to be seeing Matreiuss losing the town centers as his Ox Caravan are starting to come up, but the town center is sadly going to be going down as Joe is making this defense work. He's got tons of resources in the bank. He's got so much economy in the bank. Look at that. 71 villages, 43 camel caravans. That's the story here. Had Matreiuss been able to get up 20 more economy, boom, he'd be in a much different position right now, but he didn't get that up, so he's a little bit short on everything. Maybe even if this market was a little bit further back, he'd be getting some real gold income. But he's a little bit short, and now we see the villagers trying to get this town center back. Matreiuss, he can still get back into that position that he was in before. He just has to make sure he denies this and pushes back through here, gets some buildings up, and be okay. But the catapult mercenary of Joe are very, very real here, as it's seemingly looking like Matreiuss not able to do all too much here, and Joe is going to relentlessly push through here. I'd love to see a temple down for Joe. If he can get a temple down, one mummy, one catapult, things are very, very different here. As a stray mountain giant coming in onto this position here, the pharaoh going to get taken down fairly quickly here as well, as it's seemingly looking like Matreiuss losing houses as well. He's still trying to get onto this position with some walls. I like that attempt, as the town center is going down very, very quickly here. The burning pitch baluster with engineers actually does a decent amount of damage to an unarchitected fortified town center, but without the walls up just yet, he's not able to defend this push, as Joe reacts too quickly there. Mountain Giant going to attempt to wander through. He's not going to be enough. Town center is now going to be coming up. We've got ourselves 16 villagers on this one. No pharaoh, no priest to empower this one back up. Matreiuss not paying attention over there. The ballast are going to be rolling through to try and attack the settlement. Nope, not going to go there. Oh. Stop it! Stop the town center! Quick, Matreiuss! Oh, he does get on there just in time. Is it going to be enough, though? Is the question. As a Pharaoh's... Oh, the Pharaoh's going to shoot this up so absurdly quickly. He's only got himself 5 HP, but it's going to be enough, and the town center is up for Joe. Joe's defense has been extraordinary in this game. Gets his town center back up, and Matreiuss in this position says, yep, that's it for me. I don't want to continue in this game. Considering the position over here he has to deal with, considering the fact that Joe's got himself 3,700 gold in the bank, buildings shooting up everywhere, going to be very, very difficult here for Matreiuss. My golly gosh, he made it work though. This position that Matreiuss got into was 110% winnable. You guys I've seen Twitch chat, I've seen YouTube chat that they go, man, why do you play Loki this way? It just doesn't work. Well, you got to play Loki. You got to build Harass. You got to build this. You got to build this. You got to do this. And it's like, no, you can beat Egypt. This is a good example here. Even though Matreiuss lost, you can beat Egyptian by playing the boom game if you have to. You can beat Egyptian. Matreiuss had the opportunities here. There were the weak spots. Getting back over here, finishing this off, defending this position better, making sure that you can come through and prevent Joe from getting in here with villagers. If this was walled off, could have been a completely different story. Stop this before it happened, And then he would have been able to focus on this. This town center would have eventually fallen. He probably didn't even need this town center. Had he even when he got the 4 town centers, had he just had another 10 villages or 10 ox caravans, better market placement, more resources to get up to full population, could have been able to easily take this game. But Matreiuss, not quite there yet. Not quite there. He's got a little bit more training to go to make that Norse look incredibly scary. The question is, though, what could have Joe done better here? How could have Joe not gotten into this position? The surprise of facing a 2 town center Norse, or especially Loki here, very big surprise here for Joe. It's obviously 1 town center is the way against the standard play, but after you see that second town center go down for Matreiuss, maybe the best way to go is to go, all right, we're going to get 3 town centers and we're going to just boom. We're just going to boom as hard as we can. He did manage to force the defensive flaming weapons, which is really, really key. If you don't force that defensive flaming weapons, maybe the timing will hit too hard. So maybe this was maybe the only way for Joe to react after seeing the town center. But I think you have to be a little bit more aware of what Loki can do at the top level now, as Norse players are getting smarter and smarter and trying more and more different stuff. If we check out the post game, you'll see this crazy kill loss here for Matreiuss, and this is all because of the Ballast of Fire Giant. Ballast of Fire Giant more expensive. This kill loss here is not as bad as you might think, because they're much more expensive than the Egyptian units, and you can see that it doesn't really matter because the economy is gigantic here for Joe. But an incredible game nonetheless. 200 Harass, so 270 champion axeman, 36 fire giant, 12 mummy. You see it all. GG. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button. See you guys in the next game.